Hurry now!
All the ports in Tamriel. Why this one? I sailed all the way across the Iliac Bay, and I need a glass of grog. I've shared a drink with some unsavory characters, but I draw the line at zombies. I think I'll stay off the docks for now. You can't smell their soggy, rotting flesh? Just walk down the causeway there. You'll see them. Damned army of them. Question is, why aren't the Sentinel guards doing anything? I've seen a few of the bootless louts skulking around, behind crates and such. Someone needs to go grab one of the guards and ask what in oblivion's going on here. You up for it? There you go. Give the guards a kick and tell them to get to work. I've got cargo to unload. If the guards can't help us, look for the dockmaster. Maybe he's got half a brain. Unless the zombies have eaten it, of course. As if this day hadn't gone to oblivion already. You feel the need to remind me of all my debt? Yes, I still owe Sarashi. The Dawn Posset is a quality ship. It'll take time to pay her off. Of course, lost the ship at the Koglin Lighthouse, and the crew moved on. I'm lucky Elvira stuck around. We bought the Dawn Posset in Wayrest and took on a new crew. Good people. We're due for a streak of luck after this. How do you think I make a living? I buy there, sell here. It's what I do. All legitimate, of course. Picked up a load of timber in Wayrest. You'll sell for a pile of coin here. It better.
I'll protect the ship and Captain Mark. None of these dead men are getting past me. Get out there and deal with it. Do what you do best.
Waka's breath. Too many. I can't take it. You might want to get back on your boat, seafarer. The dead are crawling from the sea and they have overtaken the docks. There is nothing to be done. We just have to pray to Tuwaka that they wander away. Zombies? Oh, such a crude term. These Ranetu are the remains of sailors who shipwrecked off the coast. We respect our dead here in the alik'ir desert. Even those who died at sea are honored ancestors. We do not fight them. We would be cursed. No, you are an outsider. These are not your ancestors. And as such, there is no dishonor in striking them down. No curse. Oh, but the fact that the dead have risen at all, it is terrible. We have strict laws. This should not happen here. I do not know. And I fear we have only made the situation worse. We thought we could contain them. We built barricades and tried to herd them away, but it was to no avail. Now I fear we are in even greater danger. My fellow guards will not strike the Ranetu either. Jesmin, Pirjin, and Emidal. I fear for their lives. Please find them and send them away. Then meet at the warehouse. The Dark Master hides there, and he may know the cause of all this.
No! Go away! They're going to find me! I don't want to die! No, none of us are. The Ranitu are going to kill us all. It is not fair. I am too young to die. I just want to run away.
More was mercy. What have I done? I was just trying to defend myself, and now I have committed the greatest dishonor and brought a curse down upon my family. This Ranitu caught me. He was trying to bite me, to eat me. I tried to fend him off, but he jerked, and his head ran against my blade. It wasn't my fault. What am I going to do now? But what about stopping this Ranitu from getting into the city? What about the other guards? I cannot simply abandon them, can I?
Great Ruptga, if this be not your will, send me a sign. Wait. Who are you? What are you doing here? Blood and honor. I have always had faith, but never have I... You are here to fight the Ranitu? Praise Ruptga. I was prepared to dishonor myself, but he sent you. I will go then. Gods be with you, my friend. Is the way clear? Finally, someone who's not afraid to do the dirty work. Someone to clean up my docks. I watched you from the window until I heard those necromancers downstairs. But I thought Mujad was coming here too. Did you see him? Damn. The poor bastard. I told the guards that they were going to have to fight back. It is one thing to be superstitious. But when the Ranitu are attacking the city, it's time to put the superstitions aside. No, we're not all so hung up on our beliefs. Can't ignore the tradition, though. Not unless we want fruit thrown at us, or worse. Regardless, right now, I'm just glad Tava's winds guided you here. Someone to get the Ranetu off the damn docks. I do. I overheard the necromancers. Their leader is calling the dead from the sea with some kind of dark ritual. If you can disrupt the ritual, the dead should... well, they should drop dead. Or at least stop crawling out of the water. That I do not know. I heard them mention the warehouse at the west end of the docks. Maybe the ritual is there. Wherever it is, you have to stop it. Then tell Captain Saphira. Tava be with you.
You will die, and then rise again to serve me! Now kill!
The raw Netu have returned to the sea. The docks will soon smell of dead fish again, instead of dead people. And you, right off the boat, and you slay the necromancer? Surely Tuwaka sent you to deliver us from this difficult situation. I am too. It has been many years since the plague of necromancy visited our shores. Though I am relieved the docks are clear, the events of this day are extremely disturbing. If the plague of necromancy has truly returned, I fear the future may bring many dark days. Someone will need to come forward to fight the risen dead.
Do you have a moment? You there! There's gold for you if you'll lend me your time. I am a scholar of some import. Import. That is to say, I've traveled quite far. From Cyrodiil, just to study this forgotten shore. I sorely need an assistant. Azai at Oanak? He's my guide to Alik'ir. He shows me the best routes and helps me make camp. But he doesn't know much about the great history of this land. I need someone to look around the ruins for an ancient sword. Legend says it only appears to a chosen few. I've had to ask strangers to walk through the ruins to look for it. Untrained eyes. I'm that desperate. Azai at Oinak might tell you where to look, if you're willing. I appreciate the assistance from common folk such as yourself. This sword is a significant specimen of lore, direct evidence of a legendary event in ancient Redguard history. There are books about this, but as you may be illiterate, I'll enlighten you. I suspect this is the site where sword singer Navid slew Ilkub, his ally, over the love of the fair Saide. The blade of a sword singer is a physical link between ancient Yokuda and alik'ir. Navid used this particular sword to slay his rival and then himself. As a piece of history, it belongs in a proper Imperial museum. The sword singers were so disciplined they could create a spirit sword. A sword made from their very thoughts. Not many could attain such strength of mind. Navid's sword is rare, as it apparently persisted after his death. The blade of a sword singer is a physical. That's not important to my research. With sword singer Navid and his rival dead, I expect someone else went on to have a dozen children with fair Saide. Isn't that how these stories go? The important thing is the sword. No one's seen the sword or had any luck amongst these ruins. A pity, really. I had such high hopes for some of them.
I'm glad that the Imperial has found someone else to talk to. His haughtiness is suffocating. The sword in question is a wondrous object, and Herminius Sophis believes it will appear to those who have a connection with death or whatever lies beyond. The great scholar from Cyrodiil doesn't know. Imagine that. The magnificent scholar believes that the sword is too damaged to be used anymore, if it even exists at all. He wants to preserve it in a safe warehouse in Cyrodiil, where all the other artifacts have been taken, I imagine. If not me, another would surely stand here. My advice to you is simply to look along the shore. Others searched inland and were disappointed. Yes, indeed it does. It is a story of jealousy and betrayal. Have you not heard the Ballad of Navid? In the early days of the Regatta, a powerful Unse named Yagub led a vanguard of 13 great warriors, sword singers all. In those days, Redguard bonds of fellowship were even stronger than they are now. These men were as brothers. One of the warriors, Navid, was strong but covetous. His dearest companion, Ilkub, had met a woman named Saida, whose beauty was legendary. Hair like polished obsidian and eyes like darkest sapphires. Navid's jealousy grew and grew. Yes, just so. While Ilkub stood on the beach stringing his legendary bow, Navid crept up behind and thrust his sword deep into Ilkub's back. Before Ilkub died, it is said that he looked on Navid with such sadness that Navid's heart broke in two. Racked with guilt, Navid fled to his tent, took up his grandest blade, and killed himself. When Saida heard of what happened, she threw herself into the water from the highest cliff. She was not seen again. I'm glad that the Imperial has found the sword in question. A great scholar from... He wants to preserve it. Beware. They covet this blade, and shall come for it. You must leave this place. The sword is cursed. You seek the sword, is it not so? I must tell you, you are not the first to discover it. Others tried to take it, and paid a heavy toll. Take up the blade, and you will see. The sword cursed are here among us already, circling like half-starved jackals. Can you not sense their jealousy? Their spite? The air is thick with it. The curse was forged in blood and envy. I murdered my dearest friend in a jealous rage, and the blade bears that taint still. The sword cursed cannot bear the thought of losing the blade. If you touch it, they will come for you. Yes, and they will not stop so long as you carry it. Once you fall, and fall you will be consumed by the same jealous desire that drives them. They are long dead, and thus cannot be killed, though they will sleep for a time. But the blade calls out to them, always. When they wake, they shall seek it out again, and the one who keeps it. You have been warned. Friend, it is Azaid. I must speak with you. Did you recover the sword? We must speak before you go further with it. I did not expect you would find it. Only those who are different are capable of such a feat. What do you intend to do with it? Only those with the keenest senses can even see it. And only one without a soul should be able to take it from its resting place. I do not know how you lifted it unless your soul... No matter. What is your intention? A deception. I watch Herminius' office so he does not plunder alik'ir. I know more than his books have explained. No. It is a deep, ancient curse. There is darkness in that blade that even the divines would struggle to banish. Sword Singer Navid's spirit seeks to distance himself from the blade, but he is the source of its evil. He cannot keep shedding the burden to others. That is for the best. Leave it at the lion's tomb on the shore. Then talk to Herminius' office before you leave. Perhaps he will abandon his foolish search.